Many in the market are going to say, look, you warned a little bit earlier in the year. You cut your 2017 forecast on the crop unit. Here we are again this morning. You're telling the market that you're going to achieve an EBITDA rise of upper one-digit percentage. If I'm out there and I'm looking at this story, I'm now asking myself that this is becoming a bit of a pattern. You're guiding me lower. Is this as bad as it's going to get?
Well, first of all, good morning. And I think what is important to note is that we had a one-off adjustment based on very high in-market inventories in Brazil in our crop business, as you mentioned. You've probably seen some of our competitors report that do have similar issues, though not to the extent that we have them because of our product portfolio. And after the adjustment, we are very confident that we are going to reach also the adjusted guidance we are given. And that means that based on a very strong pharma business that continues to do very well, also in the second quarter, based on a relatively small but still well-performing animal health business, and of course Covestro, which we still consolidate, we will have a good, though not as good as we thought, year 2017. And last but not least, currency also weighs on us. We've seen a significant erosion of currencies against the euro in the second quarter that has also been included in our updated guidance.
See, you're one of the first CFOs to join me quite early in the season to talk to me about the challenge of the euro currency. Are you taking any hedging positions at the moment to try and perhaps protect yourself at this juncture? Do you have a message for the European Central Bank in terms of the strength of the euro?
Well, we do hedge, and it depends on the positions we are taking. First of all the sales that are booked in foreign currencies are fully hedged. Also, payables are hedged, then the net of them, of course, so we net this. Secondly, the anticipated exposure, so our projection on sales and foreign exchange transactions going forward are typically hedged at a level of about 50%. Still, including the hedging effect, just to give you a sensitivity, if the currency basket moves by 1 percentage point on an annualized basis, that has an effect of about 300 million euros top line and 80 million euros bottom line either way. And the slide of the dollar from 107, where it was at the beginning of quarter two, to just about 114, where it was on June 30th, shows you that there's actually a not insignificant effect that we are seeing from currencies. I think that the European Central Bank has actually not changed that much. I think the current currency fluctuations are very much a representation of a politically stronger Europe after the French election was won by President Macron, and at the same time a relative weakening in the perspective of the market, particularly of the US, but not only.
You're sticking to the big deal. $66 billion deal for Monsanto. You're telling the market it will get done by the end of the year. What gives you that sense of confidence, Werner, that you will get it closed by the end of the year, first of all, with that?
Well, we don't make strategic decisions or actually change strategic decisions on a quarterly basis. We have seen a weak second quarter, no doubt about it, of our crop business, but one more time, it was an adjustment that was a one-time adjustment based on inventory levels, and there's nothing wrong with the underlying performance of our overall crop business. And if you just only look at Brazil and correct for the Brazil effect, we also have seen growth in the second quarter of 2017. Now, looking forward, we continue to be as confident as we were before in the long-term outlook of the ag industry. And in that context, of course, we stick to our intention to acquire and bring the Monsanto transaction to a successful closing by the end of the year. We are making good progress. We have filed in 30th of June in Europe, and we continue to work very, very well with about 30 regulatory agencies around the world.
The question then comes to mind. The EU can be quite an all-encompassing beast when it comes to extracting concessions from CEOs such as yourself who want to do big deals. What will you be prepared to give up? Are you prepared to perhaps consider selling the rapeseed business? Would that be something that you would countenance giving up to get the bigger trophy home?
Well, we are willing to work and collaborate with all regulatory agencies, not only the European Commission. I've already mentioned that we are in good and constructive discussions also with the Commission, but it is inappropriate for us to speculate on what it is going to be that the Commission and other regulators will ask us to divest of. There are some areas where there's obvious overlap. You mentioned one of them. But again, please understand that we do not want, nor can we, preempt any decision that the regulatory agencies will make.
Just one final question on the healthcare business. Obviously, a little bit worse than the market had anticipated. Are there difficulties coming through in the United States of America? How is US performing for you?
Well, first of all, our pharma business continues to do very well. We have seen a 4.4% growth quarter-over-quarter a year ago in our pharma business. A little bit slower than Q1, but there were also some one-time effects, such as the order pattern of our Japanese partner for Eylea, one of our top growth products. Similarly, a small provision adjustment in Germany that, however, did hit the growth rate of Eylea in particular. But we continue to be very confident with our pharma business. That is also expressed in an unchanged guidance, despite the fact that currency also weighs on our pharma business for the remainder of the year. So the underlying is a little bit better than we thought it was going to go at the beginning of the year.